everyone, and welcome to this year's preseason meeting. My name is Cody Smith, the Athletic Director of Romeo High School, and today's meeting should cover some important topics and some frequently asked questions that we normally get during the season. My contact information is listed on the screen, as well as Ms. Carrie Wendt, our Athletic Secretary. Feel free to reach out to either one of us if you have any follow-up questions or any issues during the season. All of our information can also be found on our website at romeoathletics.com. Speaking of romeoathletics.com, it is our one-stop shop for all things athletics. There are important up-to-date schedules, news, transportation information, pay-to-participate information, and much more. Each sport has their own tab on the website, so please make sure to frequently visit romeoathletics.com for the latest information. Sports physicals are past due and are required for your student to participate in any practices, scrimmages, or games. They must be dated after April 15th to be valid for this year. Your student will be held out of competition until one is submitted online. This year, we will continue to use the Big Teams and Student Central online registration to collect all of our physical forms, and both the student and parent must create a user account on Student Central. From there, you can upload the physical, sign off on emergency consent forms, and all of our required medical forms. This is mandatory for all of our student athletes. You can find the registration link on romeoathletics.com if you do not already have an account from a previous year, or scan the QR code on the screen. In order for our students to be eligible, they must adhere to both the MHSA standards and the Romeo Community Eligibility Standards. For MHSA, they must have passed 66% of their classes last semester and currently be passing 66% of this year's classes. For Romeo, a student cannot have 3 negative grades, which are a combination of D's and F's, and cannot be failing 2 classes. Students who do not meet this requirement will be held out of competition. During the school year, we check the grades throughout the semester, so if a student does not meet these requirements, they will be held out of competition until their grades reach a sufficient level. I am pleased to announce that the Romeo School Board has taken action to suspend pay to participate this year. The implementation of the fee will be revisited each year. However, club sports will still have their operating budget fees applied. For us, that includes hockey, bowling, and lacrosse. The majority of our trips will be drop-off only, and is the responsibility of parents to make arrangements for a ride home for your student. Please communicate with your coach if you need to make any special arrangements that need to be made during the season. We do encourage our parents to have open communication and dialogue with our coaching staff, but we want to remind you that there are certain topics that should not be discussed with your child's coach, and that those are at the discretion of our coaching staff. These topics include game strategy, play calling, other student athletes, and playing time. We want the student athletes to have those conversations with the coach. We trust in our coaches to make the best decision possible for our program and encourage you to do so as well. Please make sure your student is having that conversation with their coach. Romeo High School is lucky to have Kayla Phillips as our athletic trainer. She puts in countless hours and is in constant communication with our student athletes and coaches regarding any injuries. Her contact information is listed on the screen, so please feel free to reach out to her regarding any athletic training questions. Also, if your student goes to the doctors for any medical reason, you must provide a note stating that they are clear to resume competition or practice before they can participate. Kayla is a member of HealthQuest Physical Therapy, so please get in contact with her for any information on proper injury rehabilitation. HealthQuest also offers many services to keep our student athletes on top of their game, so please get in touch with Kayla on how you can visit HealthQuest. A quick reminder that anything less than good sportsmanship from our student athletes, coaches, or fans will not be tolerated and is unacceptable to represent Romeo in that manner. Yelling at officials, coaches, or opposing teams and fans will not be tolerated at our events, so fans participating in such behaviors will be asked to leave. Thank you for your cooperation. And lastly, please have a conversation with your student athlete regarding their behavior and remind them that participating in Romeo High School teams is a privilege and not a right. Their status on the team is earned through their academic commitment, dedication to their program, along with their actions in and out of the classroom and how they act during competition. They must proudly be representing Romeo at all times. We need everyone's commitment to make sure this season is a success. Well, that wraps up my portion of today's meeting. Hopefully all the information covered today is enough for you, and if you have any questions, feel free to answer me. We'll make sure we communicate any of additional information or updates that come out to our families, but please, if you have anything that you need, get in touch with myself or Ms. Wendt, and we'll answer it to the best of our abilities. Thanks again, and go Bulldogs!